Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome.
Good
Welcome
evening.
to Toastmasters June 2021, the 19th day. The time, we're going to put 6:51 as our start time after recess. And I do not have any major news. I did speak to Luke, and I told him unless one of you guys has a desire, a burning urge, that I think we could just hold off on trying to continue to pursue the hybrid meetings. And we could take a vote on that. I mean, I would love to be in a hybrid atmosphere, but it seems like I know Luke was having a hard time. And so we can take a vote on that if you guys want to at the end of the meeting. That'll give us a little time to think about it. It doesn't look like it doesn't seem that it's going to work out at this very moment, but I'm optimistic. If we can figure it out, I'm all happy for it. If we cannot, then I'm not going to lose any sleep over it either. So we can think about it and then vote at the end. Luke did mention that he's going to come back on next week. So we'll be glad to see him next week. He says that to tell you guys hi, and he's going to do the educational overview. He wants to say a few words as a departing president to everyone, if that's okay. So of course, that's okay with me. So he will do our education overview next week and give us a few departing words. I think, Maurice, I don't think we had the 4 people attend that we needed for.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. And well, whether it works or not, I am willing to take vice president membership.
Wasn't that supposed to be Cheyenne?
No, she's a PR.
Up here, okay.
Yeah, so that the only 2 that were vacant were vice president membership and sergeant at arms. So I'd be willing to take vice president membership.
That's a lot, because you also have VPE, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is that going to help us? Isn't it too late now because you didn't get training for both?
No, it's not too late. I mean, it's never too late to take an office.
I mean, but to maintain our, I guess we lost our distinguished, didn't we? Because we didn't get the membership goals in time. So for this coming year,
we got the officer. We got the officer list in on time.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, I thought we had to have the 4 trained, so they still have time to get.
I mean, you still got this coming weekend, so.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking it was over. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking the training, Maurice. At least if you could just sit in the interim, and maybe we can get someone else in that position. Okay, let's not hold the meeting up too much longer. It's already 6:54. Does anybody else have any news?
I think that's it, because I assume. Well, yeah, that's it. I just, like I said, I'll take vice president membership, and then I can attend the meeting as vice president of membership.
Okay. And again, if we have time, we'll come back and just take a vote with the few that we have here on the hybrid meetings. Okay. If that is all the business that we have, we can go ahead and do our invocation and pledge and get this meeting started. Donovan, if you would take over, please, for our invocation and pledge.
Thank you, everyone, and Toastmaster members. I'd like to go ahead and first start and say 4 quotes that I have looked up. One is from Hall's Bells. I'm rolling thunder, pouring rain. I'm coming on like a hurricane. That one is called a hurricane leader. Second quote is the rainy day leader. That woman of mine, she ain't happy unless she finds something wrong and someone to blame. If ain't one thing, it's another one on the way. That is Rainy Day Woman by Waylon Jennings. The song quote is called The Sunshine Leader. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. That is called Sunshine on My Shoulders by John Denver. The fourth quote is called A Leader for All Seasons. To everything turn, turn, turn. There was a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time in each purpose, and a time to every purpose under heaven, turn, turn, turn. To everything there was a season, which is called and is from the Burbs. I thought these were important quotes to think of, but also in a creative sense because of the theme, which is rain. I would like to go ahead and say the pledge. If everyone put your hand on your heart and join with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Donovan. Turn, turn, turn. It reminds me of the song. Thank you so much for your invocations. Those are all really good. And we're going to turn our meeting over now to our Toastmaster. Let's welcome Maurice. I would say his last name, but I'm sure I'm going to butcher it. Hilltoppers. Heidelberg.
Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, we will go over the rules quickly. I think we don't have a prepared speech, right?
No, we do not.
Okay, so we will just go over the roles. Our general evaluator for tonight is Olivia.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My role tonight as general evaluator will be to just give a brief evaluation of how the meeting ran from start to finish. I will notate the times we started and stopped and just the normal flow of the meeting. So I will give that report during the evaluation period, and I will also call on the other position or roles to give their reports as well. Back to you, Table Topics Master. Toastmaster.
All right, thank you. The grammarian for tonight is Carrie.
Good evening, everyone. I am a grammarian tonight. Today's word is unequivocal. I practiced so many times, but it's probably a little nervous. Unequivocal.
Equivocal. That's it. Unequivocal.
Its definition is leaving no doubt or unambiguous.
Ambiguous.
For example, unequal answer. I think I said correctly. Okay, and then as a grammarian, I'll make a note of any incorrect grammar used by any speakers, and I'll make a report at the end of the portion of this meeting. Thank you. Back to Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. We will, do we have an all counter also, or do we?
Let's see. I can take that role. Donovan, would you mind being the all counter? I know it was something I was forgetting. Okay, Donovan will take the position of all counter.
Thank you. So our all counter for tonight will be Donovan.
Donovan, you're on mute.
So the all counter is basically keeping a check on the different roles when you speak, like like, and so on.
Thank you.
Those other ones, but I don't want to bore you with the details.
Thank you. Our timer for tonight will be David.
Good evening, everyone. I am David, and that is unequivocal. I'm also your timer for this evening, and that is unequivocal. Okay. So the timer's role is to record different speeches and evaluations, anything that's a timed event. And the reason for that is it's important to stay within a certain time frame when we're speaking. If we speak too short, it's not really good, but more importantly, if we go too far over, people will lose interest. And so it's good to keep up with our times and try to stay in a certain time frame. So for our, we have no prepared speeches for this evening, but we will have table topics. And I think that will be the only timed event. So for our table topics are between 1 and 2 minutes. So when you reach the 1 minute mark, I'm going to hold up this green, it's called reverse eye. It's a game. That's not important. What is important is it's green. This is the green. For a minute and a half, halfway through a table talk, I have a yellow. This is a catnap book. So if you see the yellow book about catnaps, that is means you're halfway through with a maximum time length. And if you go all the way to the end, your maximum time, I have a red I love you poo card. So if you see the poo card, that means you're at your maximum limit. Now, if you go a little bit longer, that's of course fine. You don't want to just stop at the red poo card, but it's good to try to start wrapping things up. And by the way, these were all birthday presents to me for my birthday. And
Wow.
so just a little bit of personal information there. And that's my role as timer. Thank you. And back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
All right, thank you. And then one more role is the table topics master, which is also Olivia.
Good evening. My role tonight is table topics master. I will give questions. The topic tonight will be about the weather or rain, which is our theme for today. And those questions will be asked randomly, and then you will have an opportunity to answer those questions and be counted as a table topic speech master. Back to you, Toastmaster.
All right, thank you. Now we'll go into the second portion of the meeting, which is going to be our table topics. And our table topics master for tonight, again, is Olivia.
Wait, I just did table topics master. What did I just give you an example of? I mean, what did I just talk about? You said table topics master, right?
Table topics, yes, it's time for table topics.
Oh, I thought you said explain my role. Oh. Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello. I'm going to ask the questions first and just give anyone that would like to an opportunity to answer. All the questions are going to be in regards to the weather, and in this case, the rainy weather. So my first question is a real simple one. Sunshine or rain, which do you prefer and why? Sunshine or rain? Which do you prefer? And why? Go ahead, David, take it away.
I'm going to start my timer. Good evening, everyone. I'm good. I've got it going. The question for myself for table topics this evening is, which do I prefer, sunshine or rain? And that's an interesting question because my answer is it varies. It really varies with my mood. On some days, especially if I have a lot of work to do inside, I love to see a rainy weather, even thunderstorms. It's a distraction. It's meditative, just listening to the raindrops fall, and it can be a nice thing. On the other hand, a day like today I went to my father's house to cut his yard, and also to do a few other outside things. And I did get it done right. Well, I almost got it done before the rain hit. The last 5 minutes or so, I got soaking wet in the rain, but I did accomplish the task. So today would have been a day I would have preferred sunshine. And there's some days, especially in the winter times when it's cold, it's nothing like a nice sunshine, just to walk outside and feel the heat of the sun and the brightness, and just to put a little light in our lives. So it really can vary with my mood and with what's going on in my life and what tasks I have to do. But that is a very interesting question, and that's my answer. And back to you, Miss Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much for that answer, David. And you're right, it does sometimes depend on the mood. When it's the weekend, it never seems to rain as well as it does when I'm at work. When I'm at work and it's time to get off, that's when the storm will begin. But when I'm at home and I don't have anything to do, I would just love for it to rain just enough to cool off and give me that lovely sound that I hear hitting up against the windows. So the next question is talking about rain, and we're looking for the good in rain. Are we talking about rain as being a good thing at this point? So how much rain do you like? Are you one of those that likes for it to rain hours and hours on end? Or would you just rather a little sprinkle here and there? On your rainy days, how much rain do you like and why? How much rain do you like?
Well, I'll take that. Fellow
Thanks, Maurice.
Toastmasters and honored guests, how much rain do I like? How much rain do I prefer when it rains? I didn't really have a specific answer, but I do have an answer. If it rains, whether it's a long rain or a short rain, unequivocally, I would like for the whole rain event, whether it's long or short, just to take place, and then afterwards, let there be sunshine for a long time after. But for the last, I think for the last over a month or more, month and a half, the rain was forecasted, at least forecasted most of the days of the week for the last several weeks. If it didn't actually
Yes.
rain that day, those days. And then I'm looking into next week. I see Friday, I see sunny, partly cloudy on Friday on Google, but then every other day, including today, up until Thursday, it's rain or storm, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, storm. I have not seen, it's been a while since I've seen maybe more than 2 consecutive days of no rain.
Yeah.
But back to the question, how much rain do I like? Again, whether it's a long rain or a short rain, just get it done and then let the sun come out and stay that way for a while. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. I tell you what, Maurice, when it does rain, I like for it to just go ahead and rain. Now, it's nuts for me to say that because since I've had this house put up, I still have not had gutters put up. So every time it rains, I always worry about those few spots where I have to go back and replace the dirt. But for me, I just like for it to rain and just rain for hours. Just let it all fall. Refresh and clear the earth. Just give me all the rain you got. And then, yeah, let it dry up. Carrie, I'm going to ask this question to you because I don't have a clue. So what do you like about the rain? Or tell me, what is it like for it to be raining in Japan versus raining in the US? Is there anything different about it? Or what do you like about Japan rain that you don't experience here or vice versa? So I guess I want to know about rain in Asia and rain in North America. What's the difference?
Good evening, everyone. This is Carrie again. and then raining in Japan versus raining in Mobile. Its pattern is quite the same actually, because it's more rain, afternoon shower in Japan in summer, and overall dry in the winter. And here also same as Mobile, and raining and a storm almost like today, thunderstorm actually, heavy raining, and I heard a lot of thunder. Some of the thunder is quite big, and then we have the same thing. So the pattern is overall same, but different is if this is about the Mobile. If we leave Mobile and then like go to West Coast or Texas, I think more west on Texas, for example, California, Arizona, it's quite different from here. It's overall dry through the year and then somewhat cool even in summer. So it's really hard to tell the entire United States, but just focus on the Mobile or Alabama or overall the South area. It's almost the same pattern as my hometown. They're even somewhat different from the place to place in Japan, but overall the rainy season, I'm sorry, we have a rainy season like end of May or June, early July, and then the rest of the summer is almost the same. Anyway, over wet summer and the steam, humidity, but dry winter. That's the rain in Japan versus Alabama. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I don't know why I would imagine that things would be different, but that just goes to show you how much I know. But okay, thank you for that, your answer, Carrie. Okay, Donovan, I'm going to ask this question to you. What do you think about when you, tell me, what do you think about the smell of rain? What does the smell of rain make you think of?
Hey, the question that I've been given is, what does the smell of the rain make?
What does it make you think of? Because, you know,
Okay.
rain has a real, and I know older people say, oh, I can smell the rain, or the rain is coming, I can smell it in the air. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you smell rain?
Okay. So the question I've got received is, what comes to my mind when I can smell the rain or the rain coming? Well, the truth is, I'm one of those old folks, and I kind of do smell. I kind of do smell the rain coming, because it kind of have a an off-putting odor. It sort of reminds me of sort of like a skunk. Like if you can imagine being skunked by a skunk, and it's not a very pleasant smell. But when it's actually starting to rain, it does diminishes a little. The acrid smell sort of diminishes a little bit. What I smell is new possibilities, like something refreshing that sort of washes your senses out a little bit. And some people might say that it might help with your sinuses, because the rain will sort of help to flush all that stuff out. And I think that overall, that even though it has an acrid smell, it does diminish and have a pleasant smell. That's my answer for this question. And back to Mrs. Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have one more question. I think I'll just answer this question myself, because I think everyone else has, and we still have 30 more minutes to go. So it says, what rainy day food would you relish? What rainy day food would you relish? And I didn't give myself much time to think about that answer, but I would say rainy day food reminds me of either a soup, and I'm not a soup eater, but just reminds me of something warm or all-in-one inclusive dish because you're at home and it's kind of dreary out. So you're probably not spending a whole lot of time in the kitchen. You want to just snuggle up and watch a movie. So for me, a good rainy day food would be a soup or maybe a stew or perhaps even a casserole. And if nothing else, some good buttered popcorn so you can enjoy a movie. That's what I think of as rainy day food. Okay, back to me, table topics master. And I think this will end our portion of our table topics and we can go into our evaluation portion. I'm going to turn the lectern back over to you, Maurice, our
Thank you.
Toastmaster.
All right, thank you, Olivia. That was a good table topic session talking about sunshine and rain. And now, as she stated, we're going to go into our evaluation period. And our general evaluator for tonight, again, is Olivia.
Hi, guys. I hope you missed me. Tonight, my role as a general evaluator, I would like to say that we were all here by 6:45. We did recess until 6:51 just to make sure we have the roles covered and to give time for maybe someone else to show up. I do like the resiliency that we have. It's unequivocal that we will make the best of whatever our situation is. So even if it means taking on more than one role, being flexible, maybe taking a role that's not your favorite or one that you were ill prepared for, everyone just kind of like just jumps in there and gets it done. So that's what makes Toastmaster like a family to me, the commitment and the dedication that we exhibit towards each other. It is unequivocal, undeniable. Also, I liked our table topics. I do want to make our themes more fun, more enjoyable, something that's give it a little bit more thought. But maybe one day we can use our theme, and our theme could be, the funny t-shirt or something, so that can get us to standing up a little more. So as we do our speeches, maybe we can stand up and show our funny t-shirts, or maybe we all wear the same color one day. Maybe the theme can be red and we all wear red shirts one day. So just something to make the meetings as fun as possible. Thank you for that. I think that is my general evaluation. I'm going to now call on the team. So I will start with Carrie. Could you give us our grammarian report and the use of the word of the day, please?
Good evening again. I am your grammarian tonight. I didn't detect any misuse or incorrect grammar of English used by speakers. Today's words again, equivocal, unequivocal. Davy, you used twice in your table topic. And I also heard Olivia twice. And I don't think anybody else used it tonight. Maurice used
once.
One. Okay, Maurice used one. Okay, got it. Back to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. Next, we will have our timers report by David.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. This will be our timing report for the only timed event this evening was our table topics. And I must say, I'm disappointed that I did not get to use the red poo card. I was really hoping to get to do that, but that's okay. That's good, actually. That means nobody went over. So to start with, I'll start with my own table topic. I timed myself at 1 minute and 31 seconds. For Maurice's table topic, sometimes my brain resets like a computer does, and it did that during Maurice's table topic. He finished and we were going to the next person, and then I remembered, oh, that's right, I'm timer. But I think Maurice was probably between the 1 and 2 minute mark. He usually is, and he did very well. So we'll say 1 minute 30 seconds just to as a very good guess. Moving on, I believe Carrie was next. I had her table topic at 1 minute and 32 seconds. I had Donovan's table topic at 1 minute and 50 seconds. And Olivia, I had your table topic as 55 seconds. And that completes all of the timed events. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. Donovan, are you ready to give us that all counters report?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster members and honor guests. My role was to count how many quintiles that people gave. For David, I counted 6. Olivia, I only counted 4, so that's pretty good. Maurice, 4. Carrie, 4, and myself 4 as well. It's kind of good to have something like that, to have a staggered pattern, because it also helps us to decrease our chances of saying any quintiles as well. Thank you. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Donovan, for that report. Am I missing anyone? No, I think that's it. We are going to move on to our awards, and we have another award tonight. I am excited about it. And let me get it here on the screen. And tonight's award goes to our distinguished Toastmaster, and that is Maurice. Maurice, say your last name just so I know it.
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg, thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster recognition is the greatest honor that can be earned by a member of Toastmaster International. The DTM Award is given only to those who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and communication skills and who have used these skills to help others in their self-development efforts. Attaining this award is not an easy task. You have completed both the leadership and communication tracks, earning many awards to reach DTM status. These accomplishments have given you a greater perspective of the value of being a good communicator and an effective leader. You have assisted your club, your district, and your community. More than 4 million people have benefited from our program since the organization's establishment in 1924. Your accomplishments and continuing contributions are a significant factor in this success. I am delighted to recognize you as Distinguished Toastmaster. Your outstanding achievement will serve as an inspiration to all Toastmasters. Enclosed is an exquisite plaque in honor of your achievement. Sincerely, Daniel Rex, Chief Executive Officer. Maurice, do you have your plaque?
Yes, I do. Just a second.
Okay. And while he's getting that plaque, I just want to remind us that Maurice's goal is obtainable. It is not something that we can't all strive for. So let's see that. Let's go ahead and see that.
Let me turn off my background.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Let me see.
It's raining anyway. Where's your rain background?
Okay.
Yes. Beautiful. Distinguished Toastmaster Maurice Heidelberg. Are you going to display it, Maurice, at work or something, or?
Just on the wall at the house.
Okay.
So if you ever become fortunate to come over here, then you'll see it.
Oh, it'll be unfortunate. Whatever would I do to become so fortunate? Congratulations again, Maurice. And I was just telling the family while you were gone that your accomplishments is nothing that is not something that we can't all do. So I am more determined to get into the speech that David gave recently. And I guess my little competitive edge kicked in, and then going to the, what was that? The training that we just did for the officers, and how you can use this. I mean, when you finish a path on Pathways or in Toastmaster International, you can have this accomplishment sent to your management team, your HR, your supervisor, or whomever, so they will get the notification too. And, you know, even if it doesn't affect you, I mean, hey, you might not get a big, huge raise out of it, but even just getting the recognition or letting your management team at your job know, hey, this is some of the accomplishments that I have made. It looks good on your resume. I mean, it's just the benefits go on, and it just takes a special kind of person to set a goal and accomplish it, especially when there's no value added other than just pure value for yourself. You're not getting a raise from this. As a matter of fact, we pay to be a part of this, so we should definitely try to use it to our advantage. So just let me encourage everyone to do that, and let's all become distinguished like our Maurice. Does anyone else have any awards that we need to acknowledge tonight?
Well, I forgot one. It was sent for me. It was sent to me by the district, but I'll forward it to you for next week's meeting. But I kind of feel silly having that one to myself, but I'll let you know what I'll let you know what it is, because it's a technical award. I said, well, we had a lot of people involved in the technical part of the. But
no, don't feel silly at all.
I make that award for not just for me, but for, I guess, you, Olivia, Luke, David.
Don't feel silly at all. It's your
Yeah.
award, and I am proud of it. So you should be too. Now, what was the award? What did we just? Oh, I have your awards here from last week. What was that one, Maurice?
Oh, that was probably the Advanced Leadership Silver, maybe.
Advanced. That's what it was. What did I do with it?
Yes.
Okay, I called myself cleaning up my office to see how far that went. Okay. All right. Well, we're not going to hold us up. The time is 7:28, so we're definitely still a little early. I would like to, if that's okay with you, we can go ahead and take that vote for the hybrid meetings. Do you want us? The question is, do we want to vote to continue to search right now for the hybrid meetings? I know we got COVID is kind of showing its face a little bit again, and we got the whole new variant, the Delta variant is out, and it seems to be coming back a little aggressively to the ones that it's not like it's taking over like how it was this time last year. But so we always have that to contend with. But make a long story short, do we want to, just by show of hands, continue to pursue the hybrid meetings right now?
I vote to do so, not necessarily Government Street Baptist Church, but somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, if they don't get, I mean, if Government Street Baptist Church don't get back with us, then we'll just move on.
Okay. I will definitely. Luke and I, he says we are going to talk tomorrow. So those will be some of the things that we're going to discuss, is doing the hybrid and see where he is, if he's gotten anywhere, bless his heart, with the Government Street Baptist Church. Okay. All right. So I will definitely continue to pursue that then. No problem.
Okay. And then another point, has anyone, well, it came recently, the club leads email, but has anyone attempted to call? I mean, the officers in particular.
Oh, you mean for the prospective?
Yeah, the prospective member.
I forgot all about that. Okay, let me make myself a note, prospective. No, I will definitely call them tomorrow. Yep, because I sure did not. Okay. Yeah, and I remember seeing the email. That was some days ago. Okay, I will take care of that tomorrow. What else, anyone? We still have 15 whole minutes. What else?
I'll just add, I want to say first, congratulations again to Maurice for your distinguished Toastmaster. I know that's an enormous accomplishment in the Toastmasters, and I know you've been a really supportive person. I remember when I first started coming to Hilltoppers, Maurice always brought his video camera and would go to the effort to tape each meeting and upload it. And I mean, that's a good bit of effort. It really is. But beyond that, Maurice welcomed me when I came to my first meeting. And so we really do appreciate you. And that is an incredible accomplishment. As far as the hybrid meetings go, for myself, I'm not quite ready to meet back in person. I think, COVID's not gone yet, and the Delta variant is a real issue. So it just bothers me a little in that kind of a meeting, unless we're going to social distance and wear masks, which I don't think would really make for a good meeting. I just have mixed feelings about it, but I understand at the same time from what I've researched. And I think one of the big issues with membership is there's Zoom fatigue. People are tired of meeting on Zoom, not just us, but a lot of people in their working jobs are doing so many online meetings. So so I understand that, that is a key to getting more members. And ultimately, we're okay on members at the moment, as far as, we need at least 8 members, but ultimately we will need to, that would be a good tool for increasing our membership. But I think, but like I say, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not ready myself at this point in time to do it. And I'm not real keen on, I very much respect Wes and him going out and promoting Toastmasters. But for myself, I kind of look at this more as a program of attraction and not promotion. And by that, I mean, it's good to tell my friends about it, or if I see somebody that I think could benefit, talk to them. But I'm just not big on doing cold calls and going, out trying to find people to come to the meetings. But it's great if people want to do that, but that's just not me. And that's one of the reasons, I just would like to just be a member this year. But that's all I've got, and I hope the club does well. And I think we only had 5 people here tonight, but I think things will pick back up. And I'm really was hoping we would get some more. I don't know what happened to Crystal's interns, but I was really expecting to have at least a visitor or someone, prospective member. So it's a little disappointing that we haven't gotten anybody, but I think, like I say, the Zoom fatigue is probably an issue. But that's all I got.
I agree with you, David. Zoom fatigue is definitely an issue. Going into the hybrid, I mean, I do enough. I go to work every day, okay? So I already feel uncomfortable doing that. So I definitely understand the fatigue with having to do anything in excess to that. So I understand totally. Donovan, we see that you are back home because your background looks like what it normally does when you're home. So that means you made it to Birmingham there and back. And I'm hoping that your family is maintaining well and you are still in our thoughts and prayers during this time. Do you have anything you'd like to say to us about that?
Well, first I want to go ahead and say that I agree about the having meetings with David. I'm in that type of situation where I don't think it's a good idea to meet just because of what my dad does for a job as really medical fragile people. And based off of my trip from Birmingham, right now my grandfather isn't really doing so well. He just doesn't know right now, and he is also medical fragile as well. So that's one of the reasons why I'm with David on that, because I also represent him as well. But I also know that he is going strong. But he does have his moments of sometimes when you wake up and you look next to you, you just don't see that person with you, and sometimes it doesn't feel like it's actual, doesn't really feel that, you know, that person's right there or not. Sometimes feels like they are with you, but technically they're not. But he needs lots of prayers and lots of guidance and help. And I also look up to him as a mentor, but also as a grandfather as well. He's a very nice person who does joke a lot, not joke, but, you know, tease. Sometimes I really don't. Sometimes I don't really pick up on that because I'm very dry, you know, a little bit, but overall he's okay. Not as much, but, you know, I'll start to rail down over time, hopefully. If it doesn't, I'll be a little concerned, but that's my update of them. That's pretty much it. It's still a work in progress for everyone else as well. So thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that, Donovan. And we're still here, sending much love your way. So hang in there. All right, guys, if all minds are clear at 7:37, I think we can go ahead and end this meeting. We have no objections. Carrie, did you have something?
Yes, I'd like to congratulations, Maurice. And this is a great opportunity to say how much I appreciate your hard work to Toastmaster overall, and especially the contribution to this club, Hilltoppers Club. Thank you so much. And I remember when I joined the meeting first time in August, that was probably August 10th in 2019. And I didn't know anything about it. And Olivia's big heart welcoming, and Maurice told me a lot of things. And anything I ask questions, and Maurice is Maurice is like a Toastmaster dictionary to me. Anything I have a question or anything I ask him, he can answer. So I will call him as a really living Toastmaster dictionary. Thank you so much, Maurice. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Back to you.
Very good. I agree, Carrie. I always just say, oh, well, I'll just ask Maurice. Oh, we can talk to Maurice. Oh, well, I'm sure Maurice knows. And we shouldn't, I shouldn't be that way. I need to start digging around trying to find some answers for myself. But then, Maurice, what would that give you to do? You don't have anything else to do if you don't answer everybody's questions. No, I'm just kidding. Has anyone heard from Lawrence? No.
The last time I heard from Lawrence was at the downtown meeting, because he had decided not to be in Hilltoppers anymore. So he might be in a couple clubs. He's I think he's a member of one of the Pensacola clubs, even though he attends the downtown, because the downtown and the Pensacola club, they meet together on Zoom on Wednesdays. So, but I don't know how many clubs he's in, at least one, but I don't know how many clubs he's in. But he's living in an RV in South Dakota or something, or wherever he is now, since he's in an RV.
Wow.
Because he had retired, and I guess he must have just sold all his furniture and just decided to live in an RV. But he's somewhere in an RV in the United States or Canada, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's in the US.
Yeah.
We're Facebook friends. I know Carrie and I also know Lawrence from the meditation center, and he's I'm not sure exactly where he is, but he's having a good time. He did sell his house and all of his belongings and bought an RV, and he's just traveling the countryside. So not the worst life you could have. So.
There isn't, especially with the series of events that he endured. So, yeah. Okay, that's it. All right, Donovan, were you raising your hand? No, you're good? All right, guys, it's 7:40. We're going to close this meeting out. See you guys next week. Same bat.